When you are working with algebraic fractions, so let's say, for instance, you've got 2x squared over 4x to the power of 3. What you can do, let's make it a little bit more interesting. Let's add a minus there at the bottom. So we've got the 2x squared divided by minus 4x to the power of 3. But that is still a single algebraic fraction. What you can do is you can use the SNV rule, signs, numbers, variables, to first divide the plus and the minus, then divide the numbers, the 2 and the 4, and then use the exponential laws for the x squared divided by x to the power of 3. So that's something that you can do pretty basic with the SNV rule if you have a single algebraic fraction. Then they can add certain things. So they can give you the 2x squared minus 4x to the power of 3 plus, let's say, 3x over 2x squared, something like that. Now you need to remember what to do when you add fractions, and you need to find a common denominator. And the same will apply if you subtract. What will happen if you multiply fractions? Thinking back to just normal numbers, multiply or even divide. What would you typically do if this was a normal fraction with normal numbers, no variables? The same principle still applies. You'll cancel above and below the line whatever you can cancel, and you'll multiply everything above the line, you multiply everything below the line. That's a straightforward application of the technique of multiplying or adding or subtracting or dividing fractions. Nothing changes except that you now also need to apply the SNV rule where applicable. But then you might get fractions where you need to factorize in any of the numerators or the denominators. So either there, or there, or there, or there. When it's plus, minus, divide, or multiply, it might be that you need to take any of those numerators or any of those denominators and factorize them first before you apply the rules of cancelling or common denominator or anything to that effect. So that is the important thing. When you can factorize anything, any portion of an algebraic fraction, if you can factorize, that needs to be done first.